Hello, traders. FS Speculator here. Today is Monday and it is March 3rd. So happy Monday, happy beginning of the month, happy March. How is everybody doing today? So I wanted to make sure that these live streams were fully dedicated to taking requests from the audience. So if you do have something you want me to look at, definitely feel free to put in the chats. I'll be more than happy to look at anything that anybody would like me to look at. So definitely, I know there's a lot going on with crypto right now and stuff like that. So if anybody has anything like that they would like me to check out, definitely do so. I will continue to do these live streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. GMT time or at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, anyways, somebody already said gold in the chat. So, Lebanese, thanks a lot. Yeah, definitely. I'll check out gold for you. Not a problem at all. We had some pretty big dramatic moves today, but kind of we'll look at the pound and the euro in a minute. But the primary driver in those moves were kind of the euro and the pound, not really so much the dollar itself, which I'll explain and show you what I mean here in a second. But well, let's start off with gold because that was requested. Now, I do see the possibility that this is like an expanding ABC correction right here, like this. This is like a higher high wave B and a lower low wave C, and that possibly it does just keep on going up. But for me personally, I think that that is probably not what is actually going on right here. I think that we are in a wave four because of the wave one, the wave two, and the fact that we have a perfect one, two, three, four, five shape of wave three. I think this is first move down is likely in wave A. I think there's a very good chance that we're in a wave B now, which should be a correction to the wave A. And then I would expect to see another push down for wave C. I still think there's a better chance we're going to go down to the 38, maybe even the 50 to get a little top bottom situation going on right here. So I still think there's a good chance that we are in that wave B right now. So let's take it down to a little bit of a shorter time frame. I was talking this morning about how we could have been in a wave four, but this is definitely stretching out too much to be a wave four. And there is five waves right here. It's just the fifth wave is such a big long wave, but there is definitely five waves right there. One, two, three, four, five. It's just like I said, normally when you see that big fifth wave like that, you'll get like a wave six and a wave seven. But this right here is definitely, in my eyes, way too big of a move up to be a wave four anymore. I would say that the wave A is complete. More than likely, the wave five is probably supposed to end here, and this is probably like one, two, three waves of A, meaning that we'll probably get some sort of a three-wave pattern up for a wave B. So that way, on the higher time frames, we end up with like a 3-3-5 pattern for a like a flat or a WXY pattern, which would be 3-3-3. So to me, this definitely looks like a trend. So I think we're going to end up making like a five-wave shape for a trend. Probably just a wave A of a wave B. We're probably eventually going to make a wave B a B, and then probably back up eventually for a C a B. Sometimes a wave B can take out the previous high. So there is a chance that it does go up and make a new high, maybe even take out the previous high. Wave Bs definitely do go to sometimes 123 or 138% of the wave A. So definitely possibility that we could get even a higher high right here. But right now, this is obviously one trend, and I would definitely be looking for longs and an uptrend. I think even if it does go down, it's probably likely like a wave four and probably a wave five to come just for the wave A of wave B. And then if you get a break of structure to the downside, that's probably going to tell you the wave A or B is over, and then I would expect to see like a correction to the move up. That's when you can throw your Fibonacci retracement on the move up and look for the end of a wave B, possibly later on even look for a wave C, something like that. So I think we'll get a little more up, a little more down, and then probably a bigger up for the wave C of wave B. So, like I said, definitely put your requests in the chats. I'm just going to go through and take requests right from the beginning of the live stream. I think this really needs to be an interactive live stream for everybody. Real quick, let's just take a look at the news. We have a lot of news coming out this week. And Trump is supposed to talk on the Ukraine situation at some point tonight. So keep an eye out for that. We also have somebody from the Bank of Japan speaking this evening. That who knows what that could do? Definitely could do something. And then we have meeting minutes for the Aussie and retail sales for the Aussie this evening. So, and we got GDP for the Aussie tonight. So definitely a lot of Aussie news going on. Really, actually, no, that's Tuesday night. I'm sorry. Tuesday night or Wednesday morning we got Aussie GDP, and we got Trump on the calendar again. Trump is on the calendar almost every single day lately. So one thing that one of the guys in my group, he sent me a link for the White House schedule, which is extremely convenient because it's very hard to keep up with what Donald Trump is doing on a day-to-day basis. So if you Google it, you can actually find the White House schedule, and you can actually see when he's speaking and what he's doing at different times. Which right now the market moves a lot when he's talking and doing different things. So you should probably try to keep up with him a little bit for sure. Yeah, let's take a look at the US dollar yen. Like I said, I'm gonna take requests right out the bat. I'm not really gonna go in any specific order. And we'll do a little bit of live analysis on the pairs that people request as we go. I personally think that the US dollar yen is going down for wave C. I still think that there is a good possibility that all the yen pairs are still in a downtrend for wave C and that the move up is possibly still a threat, especially on something like the US dollar yen. Going down to the daily time frame, I mean, we had a pretty impulsive move up, but we definitely don't have a break of structure. We definitely don't have like a significant higher low or anything like that. So there's a pretty good chance that this move up right here is just a possible another correction to the downtrend. So I think that very likely this is going to be a correction. Now, a correction can last quite a while. A correction can possibly last all week, and it could go up to the 61, 78%, and even further than that. So I do think there's a very good chance that we will get some more upside potential, probably. Hmm. I mean, oh boy, it don't look like it, does it? Going down to the 4 hour time frame, we got like a 38% fib bounce. We have a nice break of structure, boy. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that just kept on going down. Actually, now I look at it on sort of time frames because we have one, two, three, four, five waves there. We have a break up. This move up to me really looks like a trend though, so that's kind of what's getting me. Feel like this move down should be like a wave B, and then it should go up again for a wave C. But the problem is when you're in a strong downtrend, sometimes what you think is a wave B will just keep on going down. So be aware that sometimes you think that something is a wave B and you expect it to make a higher high and go up, but it actually just keeps on going down because the higher time frame is down. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. That's why normally I don't really try to trade the wave C if I'm looking at it on like the 1 hour time frame. If it's like a 4 hour time frame wave C, then I could definitely trade that. But sometimes trading a wave C is not the best idea because you'll see something like this and you'll be like, oh, look, it's going up for a wave C. It's going to make a big old giant uptrend. But then because the trend is down on the higher time frames, it does this and then goes down and does that and goes down and it just keeps on going down. Which is, like I said, why I'm not really too interested in looking for the end of a wave B to the long side. But I would think there's a pretty good chance it's going to break down, probably make a cut into this whole 5 ways up. So I would definitely probably throw your Fibonacci retracement on the whole move. We are about to break structure, so I definitely think that we got at least a retracement to that move. Probably some sort of an A, B, C type thing and back up. Or possibly, since the trend is down on the higher time frames, it just keeps going down. Something like that, I would definitely think. So, anyways, yeah, keep the requests coming. Thumbs up for watching the live stream. As least you can do it. Appreciate. Thanks a lot, FX Pat. That's really awesome. Thank you. Yeah, let's take a look at NASDAQ and then we'll look at the euro dollar, pound dollar, euro yen. Definitely, I'll go right in order down the list. So keep them coming and we'll keep on going. Been a pretty volatile day on some of these pairs, hasn't it? Yeah, I can look at the S&P 500 too. I'll go in order. So the S&P 500 will be after the euro dollar, pound dollar, and euro yen. First, we got the NASDAQ, which I honestly don't have a whole lot of analysis on this, but I do have my higher time frame analysis, which is a 1, 2, 3. I think it's extremely clear that this is a wave three, and I also think it's very clear that we're probably going to end a wave three, possibly right now. And I would expect this wave three to probably last around the same time that this wave two lasted. We're on the monthly time frame right now. This wave two lasted 3 months. So we're only in month one right now. I would kind of expect to see a pretty good pullback possibly for 3 months, and possibly a cuts into the whole wave three. Taking it down to a little bit of a shorter time frame, oh yeah, we definitely are getting a break of structure. I think once you break this structure, it should prove that this uptrend right here, for which I believe is a wave three, is complete. Once you have the end of a wave three, you have to keep in mind that a wave three is a crescent to the wave four. That is, the wave four is a crescent to the wave three, and most wave fours go to the 38, sometimes the 50%. is usually about as deep as you would expect a wave 4 to go. So I think there's a good chance it's probably going to do something like this, maybe down to like the 38% and possibly back up from that point. Daily time frame, yeah. Most likely this is only a wave A of an ABC correction, probably that will likely drag on for probably 2 to 3 months. Probably 2 to 3 months from the middle of February. So we're getting close to 1 month in. Let's see. So let's see. Definitely still in a downtrend. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely still all one trend, as you can see. There was no break of, that was a strong move up today, but this is definitely all one trend. I mean, we could be in like the final stages of it right now, go down, clearly break structure, finishing a wave A, and then probably start a correction to that wave A. But once you see like a higher low or a break of structure to the upside, that's what I would expect to see in wave B. Possibly this could stretch out more. So don't assume that it's going to make a way B right away. It definitely doesn't have to make that way B anytime soon. If you haven't done so already, definitely do check out my Discord channel. My Discord channel is 100% free to join. You never do have to pay a dime if you do not want to. 100% free to join. I like to try to build a community of like-minded traders that are willing to help each other out. So let's see here. What do we got now? The Euro dollar. We had some big moves on the dollar pairs today, but I think a lot of it was just because of the reaction with what's going on with Ukraine on late on Friday and President Trump, and then we also had some euro. We had a lot of euro and pound strength because of this. So whenever I'm trying to figure out what the dollar pairs are doing, I automatically switch over and start looking at the dollar index. And I still think that the dollar index ended a wave C, which means I think this is a one. I think we're in a wave two right now. I think this is going to go up and make a 3, 4, 5. I think the dollar index is back into an uptrend. And now whether or not it's going to make a new high, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I do think there's a very good chance we are back into an uptrend on the US dollar index. So if that's true, then I need to expect something pretty similar on the euro dollar. This morning I was talking about how the euro dollar is probably going to make 5 ways down. This move is way stronger than we would have expected. And honestly, I wouldn't really expect it to just turn down now either. I mean, definitely not. We are at the 78%, so if it does like a double top at that level and then break structure, then I would turn bearish. But otherwise, this could just make a fib bounce, go up, make a fib bounce, take out these highs, and then turn back down. So the euro itself is quite strong. If you look at other dollar pairs like the Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, dollar CAD, I mean they did turn, but no as near as strong as the euro and the pound did. So what I'm saying is, if you get like that double top at the 78% with a nice break, then I would definitely switch it up and look for sorts. But this possibly could just be a Fibonacci bounce and then just continue up like that. So we'll see what happens. Possibly what happened here is that this is just an expanding ABC correction. I mean, at this point, it's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a higher high wave B, a lower low wave C, and it's probably just gonna at this point go up and make a new top. And then I think it probably will try to turn down looking at the dollar index. Yeah, Bitcoin definitely did have a good run. That was all because of Trump too. A lot of the movement we had is because of what Trump was saying about cryptocurrency today, also. So, anyways, what do we got? The pound dollar. Pound dollar. Well, because the pound is so strong, the pound dollar went all the way back up. But to tell you the truth, now that that made that move up, look what the shape that we have right here. This is the last end of a crescent on the daily time frame. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. We got like a perfect 5 waves. If this really is supposed to be an A and this really is a B and this really is a C, that's like a perfect 5 waves. It seems like a good time for it to possibly turn down and either make a crescent to the 5 waves or possibly even go all the way back down. I still have a hard time believing that the pound's going to go all the way back down, though, because the pound is very strong. So keeping that in mind, let's get rid of this fib for now. Let's not really doing much. Look at this shape right here. That is definitely a one. That is definitely a two. This is definitely a big giant wave three. If it makes a wave four, a wave five, makes that double top, or what I like to call the 3, 4, 5 shape of an Elliott wave, I'm not really looking for double tops. I'm looking for that 3, 4, 5 shape that you see at basically the end of every single trend. Then I would want to see the impulsive move down. Then I would want to see the break of structure. If I see that right there, then that's probably the end of a wave 5 on the daily time frame. And at that point, it would likely go down, take out these lows, and make a clutch into the whole move up like I was just showing on the daily time frame. So that's definitely what I'm thinking on the pound dollar. Let's take a look at the euro yen. A lot of the move that we had today on the yen pairs is kind of short-lived. I've been watching the JPY basket to confirm that we really are going down, and boy, it looked like we had confirmation today. But when you see a break of structure and then it just instantly rejects structure, that's not a very good sign that it really is a real turn. If you go up to the daily time frame, yeah, we did try to break structure today, but it rejected structure almost instantly. To me, that's actually a pretty good sign that the trend still could be up and that this is not a double three pattern, so not another ABC correction. Yeah, Bitcoin definitely follows Elliott wave analysis. I'll take a look at Bitcoin in a few minutes. It actually surprises me how well Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies follow Elliott wave. We'll take a look at that in a few minutes here for sure. Hey Luca, how's it going? Yeah, definitely. I'll take a look at that. So, in a ways, I think that the trend is still down on the euro yen. Long story short, that's we were looking at the euro yen. So the first thing I did was I switched over to the JPY basket. I think that any move we see to the upside possibly is just another correction to this downtrend. I still think there's a very good likelihood that the higher time frames, the weekly time frame. Yeah, I already covered the euro dollar, but I will be making a short PM video later on tonight too if you want to take a look at that. But let's see. So I think there's a good chance that this is still going to go down, but we'll see. I mean, if it starts breaking structure on the shorter time frames, that definitely will change things for me 100%. So going down to a little bit of a shorter time frame, yes, that's a strong move up, but it could just be a correction to the last 5 waves down. If you see a break of structure to the downside at any one of these Fibonacci levels, like that double top break of structure, or preferably what I would like to see is like something like this, 3 waves up and then down. But keep in mind the higher time frames are very likely still in a downtrend, especially the weekly time frame. So this move up, very, very, very likely could be a correction to this move down where I have my blue trend line right here. So I personally am still keeping an eye out for shorts more than anything. If you are trading the very short time frames, you definitely could be looking for longs, but I don't think I would want to go long now. And honestly, it probably is going to try to make another move up by the looks of it. And if it does make another move up and then bounce and then break structure, definitely would turn me back into a seller for sure. Definitely would go back to looking for sells. So that's what I would expect to see on the euro yen. The S&P 500. I don't have a whole lot of analysis on these indices except for my monthly, weekly, and daily. But I think that the monthly, and the weekly are extremely clearly a 1, 2, 3, which means there's a good chance we're in a wave 4 now, and probably going to eventually make a wave 5 to complete the 5-wave pattern that started right here, just like this 5-wave pattern on the monthly. And there's a couple more in here, just like that 5-wave pattern, and just like that 5-wave. Oops, can't draw a 5-wave pattern. So I think we're going to make a 5-wave pattern on the monthly because the market loves to make those 5 waves. I think there's a good chance that the wave 3 is over. I had this blue box on my chart for a very long time because that was my forecast, the 178%, once it went beyond the 161.8. And it looks like it's respecting that 178.6 level really, really nicely. So I think there's a good chance that we might just be in like a wave 4 right now, which likely is a correction to the wave 3. Eventually, probably back up for the wave 4. So what I would do is I'd put my Fibonacci retracement on the whole wave 3, and I would expect to see at least a 38% pullback. So I think that the S&P 500 is probably going to go down towards this $5,400 area. We're probably going to make like an A, B, C, and then back up again for a wave 5, just like what I showed on the monthly. So going down to the daily, that means we're likely only in a wave A right now. And most wave A's definitely do take out structure, so I think overall it's probably gonna go like something like that for just a wave A. So overall, I would be pretty bearish on the market unless it started making unless like the 4-hour time frame started breaking structure, which it definitely hasn't. I think that was just another ABC correction today. I think that's ABC up. Just like this right here was ABC up, and this is kind of an ABC up, and that's kind of an ABC up. It's probably going to go down and make a new low. If it does make a higher low, then I would still expect it to probably be an ABC, just a bigger ABC, something like that, and then back down. So I guess it kind of depends what time frame you're trading, but overall, definitely on the short side for sure. Let's see. I got a bunch of requests, so let me keep going. We did the euro again already. Oh yeah, the euro, yeah, the pound and the euro for sure have been strong, huh? Yeah, I could take a look at the pound CAD for you. I just spent, whoa, wow, many hours working on my higher time frame analysis. Um, and I'm very convinced that this is a one, two, three, and that over the coming months, this thing is going to go up and take out the previous high. I think we're in a big old giant uptrend for wave C. But that's an extremely high time frame analysis. Going down to the weekly time frame, you got one, two, three ways down. We had the end of a correction right there. Beautiful end of a correction. And what happens when you have the end of a correction? Normally, you form a five wave trend. Normally, a wave three goes to the at least the 161% of wave one projected out the bottom of wave two. We're not even to the 100% yet. So I would definitely be looking at these areas as possible bounce, areas, possible resistance areas. But anytime I see a push down, I definitely would be looking at it as nothing beyond a correction to the uptrend, 100%. Oh man, there has been some pretty decent little corrections here too. That one right there was three waves down. That right there was three waves down. One of these ones way down here I did get in. I'm not sure which one. That's three waves down. That's three waves down. That's three waves down. That's some pretty nice little corrections. I definitely wouldn't try to go long now. I would have to wait for another three-way pullback. An ABC or a flat or WXY or some sort of a pullback in order to get long again. Let's see. I feel like somebody else. Yeah, Bitcoin. So let's switch over to Bitcoin. There's a lot of news right now coming from the White House about cryptocurrency. So crypto has been pretty wild today, but yeah, just like crypto normally does, it's just a big old bull trap, huh? I don't have a whole lot of analysis on this either, but I've been looking at this off and on a lot for people in the group, in my members only group, during my Zoom meetings that I do. And this definitely looks to be like five waves up. If this is a complete five-way pattern, then I personally think Bitcoin could possibly go all the way back down to about 48,000. But people are extremely bullish on crypto. I think that that's the worst case scenario. I think is probably like 48,000. But best case scenario is probably within it corrects into the last five waves up. One, two, three, four, five, which you can see better on the daily, which means that this is like an A, B, C, and then it will go back up again. I think it's probably at least going to go down to the $72,000 area before it even thinks about going up overall. But look at this on the daily time frame. The somebody asked me if I thought that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency follow Elliott wave rules. This is like literally the most picture perfect five-wave trend. The wave one isn't probably picture perfect, but pretty dang close. Wave one, expanding flat wave two, high wave B, low wave C, expanding flat wave two. One, two, three, four, five of wave three. The wave two was a complex correction, and because of the alternating waves theory, most of the time the wave four is a more traditional correction like an ABC, and vice versa. One, two, three waves down, ABC down, broke the low of the four of three, which is exactly what a wave four should do, is break the low of the wave four of three, and then back up for wave five. That is like the most picture perfect ABC correction ever. Now, what I think we have here is three waves down for an A. So I think we're gonna probably make some sort of a flat. I think this probably will try to go up again, probably for a wave B, and I think eventually it's going to go down to the 61% minimum for wave C, which is right around the $72,000 area. And if it really is an ABC correction, then this could be a huge buying opportunity for people. Around the $72,000, 61% Fibonacci could be a huge potentially buying area. So most likely this huge impulsive move up we got today was a wave A. You could label it as a wave A or wave one, so that way subconsciously, if you think it's a wave B and then you think it's going to go up and turn down, but it actually is a one, two, three and just keeps on going, subconsciously you won't get out of the trade. Hopefully, if you have A or one drawn here. But anyways, the way that I'd be doing right now is I'd be throwing my Fibonacci retracement from here to here. I would be expecting this to be a wave B. Notice this move down is definitely a trend, probably an A. We're probably eventually going to make a bounce and then down again for an ABCs or some sort of a more complex correction possibly. And I would label this as a B or two. I definitely think it's a wave A and a wave B, but I always label things like this so that way I don't really get surprised if it is really a 1-2 and then potentially back up for a wave C or wave three. I think it's going to go up towards these highs right here and then probably back towards the $100,000 area and then probably go down from there. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Yeah, I can take a look at Doge also. No problem, Thomas. Yeah, definitely make sure you join my Discord community also. Been a little slow in the free chats. The members chats are much more lively. US dollar CAD surge. Yes, I'll definitely look at that for you. But definitely join my channel. It's 100% free to join. You do not ever have to pay a dime if you do want to. You can join my members area, my subscription service, which is $30 a month, but you definitely don't have to. If you are interested in that, it's fxpipcollector.com. The website's link scrolling across the bottom of the screen. There's also a video you can watch on my homepage right here that explains all the benefits that you get. So definitely check that out. Yeah, definitely. I'm working my way down the list. Oil's next, actually. Yeah, oil's next. Bitcoin, oil, US dollar CAD. We'll look at the AU again for LD, US 30, either platinum or palladium. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's platinum. I don't think I looked at the pound yen. I looked at the dollar yen and the euro yen. So we'll take a look at the pound yen for you. Oil is next. I was actually waiting for a turn up on oil, but it never did come. Hmm. I still think it's going to happen at some point, though. I still think that this move down is more of a trend. I still think that this is an A. I still think this is a B. Maybe the clue is that the wave A is three waves, so that the wave B is going to be a flat, which means it's going to take out these lows before it goes up. I think it's going to end up doing this. I think it's an A. I think this is one, two, three waves down for the B. And I think we're eventually going to go up for a wave C. So very likely going to get a pretty decent move up at some point here. But at this point, I think it's going to turn into either an expanding or a running, which means it's probably going to make a lower high and then go back up. So overall, the daily time frame is closing below the 78%. And normally when you get a close below the 78%, it can bounce, but it likely will just keep on going down and break the 100%. So overall, I'm definitely still pretty bearish on this. There's a few people in my group that have been sorting oil. I don't trade it too often. I would like to get in the habit of trading oil and natural gas a little bit more, and the indices. I mostly just trade Forex right now. But yeah, I mean, I personally would definitely be looking for shorts in a downtrend. I definitely wouldn't go short now. I would only go. I would be trying to go short at the end of these one, two, three way pullbacks. One, two, three way pullback. One, two, three way pullbacks. There's a pretty decent amount of them in there. Definitely. Oh, now there's news about the Gaza war also. So a lot going on in the world right now. I had to sign up for financial juice. I had to uh, follow the presidential office uh, schedule, the White House schedule, and and I also signed up for the Bloomberg app just so I could try to keep up with all the stuff that Trump's been talking about. Man, it's exhausting. That guy is something else. So, anyways, let's look at the US dollar CAD for Surge and for Luca. I still personally have a hard time believing that the dollar CAD's going to go up and make a new high after this big old giant push down and break a structure that we had. But I mean, it definitely is possible that it does go up and make a new high, but I still don't really think that's the case. I still think at some point very soon it is going to start a huge downtrend if it possibly hasn't already started the huge downtrend. just because it seems so clear on the weekly time frame. We definitely had a big push down. We definitely had a nice break of structure. So I still think that more than likely this move up is just a correction to the last wave down. Probably a wave one and a wave two. Now wave twos can be pretty violent sometimes. Wave, especially on something like the dollar CAD. I personally think this is a wave two right here, even though it went down and made a new lower high. I think that's an expanding ABC correction for wave two. So wave twos can be, go all the way back up and make, possibly a higher high or a little bit of a lower high. But one thing I do know is that this is a trend that is very, very, very likely not going to end anytime soon. I think it's probably going to drag on for quite a while at this point, probably several weeks. Maybe end up looking something like this. I don't think that we're going to get that big giant turn to the downside anytime soon. It's probably going to be probably up to 2 weeks away at this point. But taking it down to the sort of time frame, I definitely think this is a wave one. I think this is a wave two. I think we got an expanding wave, or that's a wave three ending right here. Then we got an expanding wave four, and I think we're now in a wave five. And I think this is the wave A. So it's probably going to go back up and make a new high on this time frame, and then turn down and make a wave B, and then probably eventually back up and make a wave C for the ABC of two, or possibly ABC of B, but probably more likely ABC of two in my opinion. Let's see here. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking there, man. That was a pretty nice little correction. We had a lot of volatility today. I had some other things I was doing. I was paying more attention to getting my taxes ready for the U.S. and finishing a book that I'm obsessed with today than really entering trades. Mondays are usually very, very slow. Usually I just catch up on my analysis, don't really look at trades too heavily. But boy, today wasn't slow, that's for sure. I think we're in a wave five right now. I bet it's going to go up, take out the highs, and then turn back down. And everybody's going to think it's going to the moon when it breaks those highs, but it's probably actually going to end up turning back down, in my opinion. US 30, yeah, that's the only one we haven't looked at is the Dow Jones, the DJ. Dow Jones is out of all the indices, the Dow Jones is the one that I've traded the most. Mostly because this is if anybody's a WD Gann fan, WD Gann traded the Dow Jones a lot. And the Dow Jones is actually the oldest US market, I believe. It goes all the way back to, I think originally it goes back to 1797, but the early 1800s at least, definitely. It's a very, very, very old market. This chart only goes back to 2003, but if you really wanted to, you could find probably 200 years worth of data on this thing pretty easily. But I think because of correlated pairs, looking at the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, I think this is a wave one. I think this is a running ABC of two, higher high wave B, higher high wave C. This right here is a trend for the wave three, which possibly is over. If it really is over, then we're probably going to go down, make a wave four, probably eventually back up for a wave five. So I think we're likely going into a wave four right now. So wave four should be a correction to the wave five, the wave three that is. What's wrong thing? So we want to put our Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of the wave two to the top of the wave three. Yeah, well, you could definitely read the Proctor Frost book by the Proctor book, Ellie Wave Principles, and then the Gerald Sanders book is also very, very good. Yeah, you could definitely, if you wanted to, you could definitely join on my website. I have a trading course, but the two books that I recommend, I recommend even people that join my trading course, I actually recommend them read these books because they're so good. Ellie Wave Fibonacci High Probability Trading by Gerald Sanders, and also Elliott Wave Principles by Proctor and Frost. I personally think the Proctor Frost book is extremely good, but the High Probability Trading by Gerald Sanders is also extremely good. But I do have a trading course, which is 34 videos, about 7.5 hours long. Covers pretty much everything from risk management to consistently profitable trading. All this comes free with the membership. It's a monthly subscription. It's $30 a month. And I also do share all my trades with the group at the time of entry with stop losses, take profits, and everything else. So anyways, on this, I mean, I would definitely still be recommending shorts. I think that this is eventually going to go down, take out this low. I think there's a good chance that we're in that wave four on the much higher time frames. Though my target for the wave four would probably be below here, right around maybe 41,800, someplace in that area. I think would be my target on that. Let's see. Didn't you request two things? Yeah, definitely. You can read those books, or you can join my 100% free Discord channel. The Discord channel itself, you never have to pay a dime. It's 100% free. I would like to build a community of traders that are willing to help each other out. So definitely check it out. You're not gonna get any of the extra benefits, but you will be in a community of traders, 5,758 members. Yeah, no problem, Thomas. That's awesome. Thank you for the support, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's see. I skipped Dodes. Sorry about that. I'll look at that for you. I think I did. Oh no, XPR. I didn't skip it. XPR. Is it XPR? Oh, XPR is a crypto too. Whoops. See, that's how much I know about cryptocurrency. Oh, that's awesome. I really, really appreciate it. I do really enjoy helping people. That's for sure. Definitely. I don't really have any analysis on. It's XRP, right? Not XPR. On most of these crypto pairs. I'm not a crypto trader at all. I never traded crypto in my life. I own a tiny bit of Bitcoin, but it's a very tiny amount. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, XRP. I personally think that all cryptocurrency is going down. We have a complete five waves on all the crypto, or we have something similar to that on all the crypto. I think today's pump was just a final attempt to grab liquidity. Oops, that's not it. Sorry. Wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, wave five. I personally think that today's pump was just a liquidity grab. Oh man, definitely. Look at this. That is like 100% a wave B, I bet. I think crypto is going down for wave C. I think it's going to take down all these lows. I think all crypto is going down right now. Now it probably is a correction to the last wave up, but I think right now at least it's definitely going down. That is like a perfect three waves up right now. That's like a classic pump and dump right there. I think it'll go down to probably about the 1500 area, or 1.5 area, that is. Probably an ABC correction. That's my daily analysis. I don't really think I need to go too much lower than that. I mean, if you're trading a very short time frames, I would definitely be looking for shorts based on that higher time frame analysis for sure. Let's see here. What else do we got? Dodes. Somebody asked about Dodes. I'm not a crypto guy, so I can look at stuff, but I like to spend some time on something to get a good idea. Dodes, there we go. I like to really look at stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going down hardcore. I personally think that crypto's gonna break this low right here. I think that this is a wave A. I think this is a wave B. I think we're now going down for wave C. I think it's gonna take out these lows. People are gonna get burnt big time on crypto. And about the time that everybody gets burnt is when the big money traders are gonna take it all the way back up, probably to and beyond these highs. And they're gonna just laugh their way all the way to the bank while everybody else is like broke because they lost all their money thinking that crypto was going to the moon because of Donald Trump and Elon Musk and everything else. I personally think we're in the downtrend. I think it's going to keep going. I think it's going to go down, break the lows. So I definitely would be looking for shorts, 100%. I hate to say it. I know a lot of people are so bullish crypto, but I'm definitely not bullish on crypto. You can look at, man, look at Ethereum too. Ethereum, I was talking about this with my numbers the other day because I thought it was such a clear pattern. A, B, 78% fib bounce, three waves up. We are now in a wave C on Ethereum. I think it's going to go down here. Now, people that got the gonads to buy low are probably going to make a fortune. People that listen to all the memes and everything else that bought crypto way up here are going to lose their asses. And then by the time they cash out down here, because they're scared, It's probably going to go back up to a big new highs, in my opinion. Let's see. I might have missed some stuff now from people. The pound yen, to me, is the same analysis as the other yen pairs, which is I still think there's a very good likelihood this move up is just a correction to the last wave down. Yeah, I think it might keep going up though. I don't think it's finished going up. It might actually even go up and take out the highs, but I think it's gonna eventually go back down. So it depends on what kind of trader you are. If you are a short time frame trader, you can definitely be looking for longs. But we did bounce from the 78%, and I still think the higher time frame trend is down. And I still think the higher time frame trend will continue. So it, I don't know. I mean, it possibly could continue from here, or probably more likely it's going to go up and make a more proper ABC, take out these highs, grab some liquidity, and then go down from there. It's probably more likely. Let's see, NVIDIA. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Aussie dollar. If I missed the analysis, put it in the chat so I'll look at it. Now, this is what I was saying earlier. You know, the euro dollar made a huge pump up. The pound dollar made a huge pump. Pretty much everything else just made a little pullback. And the Aussie dollar barely even can notice the pullback. The Kiwi dollar, you can barely even notice the push up that it made today. The US dollar CAD barely even went down. US dollar Swiss went down quite a bit because that's a risk off currency, but it's mostly a euro and a pound move that we got today, which I think is a good reason why it probably will keep going down in the long run. I would still be looking for shorts on this. I personally think it's going to probably make a bigger correction though. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it definitely looks like three ways up, doesn't it? The Aussie dollar's been pretty weak too, so that could just keep on going down pretty easily. But it seems like it should make a bigger correction, possibly like a 38-50% pullback. So keep an eye on it. It's definitely a chance it might end up going up a little more. Maybe this will just go down, make another three waves, and then go up. Do something like that, and then go back down. We definitely got a break of structure to the upside on the 1 hour time frame. So until you get like a break of structure to the downside on the 1 hour time frame, if you are trading the 1 hour time frame and below, you probably would be looking for longs right now, definitely. So I would suggest longs for now, at least. Well, yeah, I can check out NVIDIA. I'm not sure what QQQ is. I'm not a stock trader either. I've definitely always been Forex. NVIDIA, we just had excuse me, we just had an earnings report, didn't we, on NVIDIA? Oh man, that looks like a perfect five ways up too, especially on the higher time frames. Look at that. From this last end of a correction, it's 1, 2. It's hard for me to, let me zoom in a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's like a perfect five ways. I bet the Nvidia is going to go down to 1900 before it goes back up. Seems like the market's pretty bearish right now, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I don't think I would go much below the daily because of all the gaps that you see and stuff, but I think it's going to at least go down, take out these lows, probably do some sort of an overlapping corrective pattern, some sort of a WXY or ABC or something, or some sort of a flat or something. Probably down to about 1900 before it continues the uptrend, in my opinion. I'm not really sure what QQQ is. Probably some other stock. So, anyways, let's check out the euro dollar one more time, real quick. I mean, we are bouncing off the 78% right here. If it does do like some sort of a double top break of structure, I would definitely get out of my logs and I would definitely contemplate going short. Only because of the US dollar index. I think that these moves right here are caused by the euro and the pound. I don't think it was so much the dollar index, the dollar itself. So that's why I'm still thinking that it's going to go down, and I'm still thinking that it's going to possibly go down, maybe even tonight, honestly, or tomorrow morning. Now the pound dollar definitely did make a new high, but I think now that it made a new high, the clarity is really, really, really there, big time. Actually, I'll leave that one. Then I'll put an ABC right here so you can kind of visualize what I see. One of my members is big time into trading the pound dollar, and he said that the pound dollar loves to make expanding flats, and that's exactly what happened today, I think. Expanding flat wave four. This is a traditional 1-2. Remember before when I was saying that if you get like a traditional ABC of 2, then your wave 4 is probably going to be more complex because of alternating waves. Or if you get a complex wave 2, the wave 4 is probably going to be more complex because of alternating waves. A flat is definitely considered a complex pattern. So I think that we have 5 waves up now. One, two, three ends right there, 4 right there, 5 right there. Now, how do you project a wave 5? Probably for me, the best way would be measure the wave 3 from top to bottom, put the bottom of the wave 4. Usually you're looking at 61%. Sometimes it's 78%, but normally it's 61, which we haven't made it there, or it's 50. So I think we got a little bit more upside. Probably a little bit more upside to hit that Fibonacci level, grab a little extra liquidity before it possibly goes down and makes a wave B, or whatever it does, maybe even a wave 2. Or it just makes another cuts into the last 5 waves up, which I think might even be more likely. And then just continues the uptrend because the pound is very strong. All of the pound pairs to be like very, very, very strong. Every single one of them. So overall, pretty bullish on the pound. So let's see here. Is that on the 1 hour time frame? Yeah, definitely. Oh man, that's very, very clearly a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50% fib. Whoops, 50% fib. And then down probably. Probably down tomorrow. We don't have any dollar news at all tomorrow though, but Trump is probably going to be talking tomorrow like he always does. And then gold. Let's look at gold one more time. I personally think gold is in a way B. I think it's gonna make some sort of either this is like 1, 2, 3 of A, then it makes 1, 2, 3 of B, and then like 5 of C, like that, and continues down. Or this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of A, then 3 waves of B, and then 5 waves of C for an ABC like that. But either way, some sort of a 3-way pattern. I think this is an A. I think this is a B. I think we're gonna eventually go down for wave C of wave 4. Hey, Cole, how's it going? Yeah, I'll look at the dollar Swiss for you real quick. No problem. Thanks for coming. Yeah, man. Today I was convinced that the dollar Swiss was gonna. Last week, I mean, at the weekly candle close, I was pretty convinced that this was an ABC correction right here. I'm not. I didn't go long. I'm not long, but 50%, 3 waves down. I wonder if this is gonna make like a higher low, and turn back up and make that wave that I've been thinking is gonna happen, which is gonna be grab this liquidity right here. Which it still has not done a liquidity grab. There's a ton of liquidity up here, I bet. This high right here never broke this high either, so there's going to be a lot of orders sitting up there, tons and tons of orders. So I actually am still looking at this as possibly going up. I think this move down might just be a crutch into this move up right here. I think there's a chance this could even be like a wave 1, wave 2. It goes up, makes a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, back up to like the 90 .922 area, something like that. Probably something along those lines. So definitely keep an eye on your fib levels. This move down looks a little too impulsive to just turn back up, but with Trump speaking tonight and everything else that's going on, I mean, if this thing hits a fib level and starts making very impulsive candles, you might want to get long again. And you would expect to see more of a 3-way pattern like that, but boy, I think this is a wave 1. That's like a perfect 5 waves too. This could just be a very aggressive ABC for two, and it could possibly just turn back up. But be careful. I mean, my Elliott wave brain tells me that the next move up should be wave B and then down for wave C. But just be careful. I still think there's a good chance it might keep going up. So, in a ways, if anybody hasn't done so already, definitely check out my free Discord channel. If anybody is interested in joining my membership, it's on my website, fxpipcollector.com. There's a short video right on the home page of my website that you can watch that explains all the benefits right here. Play watch video and lower thumb pointing down. It is 30, it's a monthly membership, but it comes with a lots and lots and lots of good benefits. So definitely check it out if you're interested. I will be doing these live streams every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at the same time, taking requests from the audience. So make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you stop back in tomorrow, same time, same place, which is 6 p.m. GMT time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I get requests, I normally will stay on for pretty much the whole hour, or at least close to it. So keep those requests coming. Anyways, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the evening. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.